What's up, guys? Game Fee Funeral Games here, and it's another scripted Saturday. But this drama scripted Saturday is going to be different from the rest. Pretty much there was a lot of unscripted stuff that happened behind the scenes. I'm probably very going to touch on actually happened on the past 3 shows, or probably maybe none at all. Well, first off, Raw sucked. So the only good thing that happened out of Raw was Santino winning the U.S. title. He beat Jack Swagger in a very, very entertaining match. And the beginning promo between Shawn Michaels and Triple H. But the promos between The Rock and John Cena, and all 3 of Rock's promos were very, very, very bad. And SmackDown was SmackDown. There's really nothing outstanding on SmackDown. But let me just hop into all the backstage drama scripted action. I'm gonna start with TNA news first. Impact ratings have been going up ever since they got rid of Vince Russo, which is good for everybody. It's actually good for me. The Impact is actually now watchable. Thursday's episode of Impact Wrestling gathered a 1.19 cable rating with 1.58 million viewers, and the numbers of viewers was up from last week's, which is a 106 cable rating with 1.252 million viewers. And Impact with a consistent cable rating over 1. What? Yes. So looks like they're starting to they got rid of one problem. Now they just need to get rid of 2 more, which in my opinion is Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff. And other TNA unscripted news, the new storyline that started unfolding about, where's Abyss? Okay, this is what TNA plans to do. They're gonna have Abyss all dressed up and without any mask, and he's gonna have his false teeth in, so he's gonna have like full teeth. And the thing with this is, he's gonna be playing his own brother looking for himself. Yeah, I don't know how TNA plans to work that out, because if Abyss is playing his brother, which his brother is looking for him, that means he's not ever going to find them. But it's TNA, so I don't see how TNA is going to work that out, but it's TNA. And other TNA news, MR.Anderson, yes, the asshole himself, is back on Impact Wrestling. MR.Anderson, who's not appeared on a TNA wrestling program since November, has returned on the Impact Zone, and it's about time. I cannot wait for watch the asshole back in wrestling. I can't wait for it. MR.Anderson, in my opinion, he's wrestling wise, he could get better. Anybody could get an improving ring, just like at the Miz over the past 5 years. But entertainment and mic rise, I really, really enjoy MR.Anderson. Alright, and other TNA news. The updated card for Victory Road. And it's going to be, so far you have the TNA champ Bobby Roode versus Sting. The TNA tag team champs are Samoa Joe and Mangus versus Matt Morgan and Charisman. The TNA X Division champion Austin Aries versus Zema Ion for the X Division title. TNA Knockouts champion Gail Kim versus Madison Rayne, and then it's Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy, and then you have James Storm versus Bully Ray, and just added is AJ Styles and MR.Anderson versus the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. So far that's everything to look for now on Victory Road. Hopefully I'll get the time to watch it. And now we're on to a lot of unscripted series that's come from WWE. Remember 2 weeks ago when Wade Barrett dislocated his elbow when Big Show threw Dolph Ziggler outside the ring in that Battle Royal match for the main event of WrestleMania? Well, Wade Barrett dislocated his elbow and he will have to undergo surgery, so he's going to be out of action for 3 or more months. So he will 100% miss WrestleMania 18. And because he's missing WrestleMania 18, there's no money in the bank. Why is there no money in the bank? Is because Wade Barrett was scripted to win the money in the bank. So thus, since there's no Barrett to win money in the bank, they're not gonna go with a backup winner. They're just gonna. It looks like WWE just scrapped it all together. So there won't be a Money in the Bank match, sadly, due to Wade Barrett's injury. Hopefully, Wade Barrett comes back and heals up 100%. And another thing in WWE unscripted news, Mark Henry was recently interviewed by the official WWE website about his introduction into the Hall of Fame, International Sports of Hall of Fame. Excuse me. Yeah, he said a couple of things. It meant a lot because the competition is geared towards the heaviest instruments in the world. To win that competition truly proves you are the strongest man. You compete against 8 guys, the best in the world. Get it? Best in the world. There is no dodging anybody you lift. The heaviest apparatus. It spoke volumes about my talent. And then he'd go on and say that it was good and he enjoyed it. So yeah, he's actually in the Hall of Fame for international sports because all the deadlifting contests that he actually won, and he really at one point was the strongest man. And more unscripted and more scripted news. What's going on with Drew McIntyre? While this may give some clues on why he hasn't been getting any pushes, or potentially why he's been getting like losses or not pushes at all, that his visa may be up because Drew McIntyre posted on his Twitter that he has 73 days left before USA deports him because his visa is going to be up. So he's going to get it renewed. That's why his storyline is is he staying? Is he going to keep losing? Is Theodore Long going to fire him and get him off SmackDown and he'll be off TV? He won't really be fired. He'll just be off television. But with the last past SmackDown, with him beating Hornswoggle and getting his job back, maybe it looks like everything worked out. He got that taken care of. He got it renewed early, so he wouldn't have to be like Alberto Del Rio and get kicked out the damn country while you're the WWE title. So hopefully he got it renewed. We'll see what's going on with that. Brodus Clay returning. WWE Creative have talked about Brodus Clay feuding with The Miz, whether or not when he appears on television again. But the Funkasaurus has been he's been doing recent live events, but the reason why he hasn't been on television, like he hasn't been on SmackDown or Raw, is that Vince is unhappy with his ring work and he thinks that he's too careless in the ring. So that's it with that. But when he does come back, WWE Creative is thinking about he's going to go against The Miz, which would be an instant push for Brodus Clay. Other news in WWE. The feud between John Cena and The Rock may not all be drama scripted as we all thought. According to the relationship between Dwayne Johnson and John Cena, is that the two are not the best of friends. There's really genuine tension between both stars, which has intensified the weeks leading up to Survivor Series. This is back before the Survivor Series match, but see, it makes sense now why John Cena gives personal stabs at The Rock, which all of John Cena's personal stabs at The Rock have been true, and The Rock is really losing it when it comes to promo wise. He's not funny, and he's calling he's calling John Cena all these type of names that just aren't funny. The biggest thing that he got was Fruity Pebbles, and that's pretty much about it. But The Rock is slowly losing it. He's just, as John Cena says, he's just being Dwayne. The Rock in the ring, he still has it, as he proved on Survivor Series, but on the mic wise, he's losing it, in my opinion. And other things in unscripted action from WWE. Ted DiBiase's update on his injury. He had a torn ligament. Well, torn ligament. I forgot where, because I remember he hurt his wrist. But another update is that it's a torn ligament, a small break, but it's no torn tension, which means no surgery again. So he should be back soon. Sin Cara is scheduled to return by late June or early July, and yeah, here's a sad here's a sad update on Karma's stories. Apparently, Karma had a miscarriage while she was giving birth on December 31st, and the baby sadly did not make it. It's very sad. My shout outs go out to her and her family. But regarding her status on when she's gonna return, there's no status on when she's gonna return full time. I just hope when she does return, and hopefully we'll get the storyline between Beth Phoenix and Karma. And if Karma wins, she's probably gonna be extremely emotional because she just lost her kid, and then she's gonna accomplish her lifelong dream goal. Or if WWE plans to write it like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all the drama scripted news. As you can see, there was a lot of stuff is going on behind the scenes. More stuff going on behind the scenes more than in the ring recently, which is kind of backwards when you talk about wrestling. But anyway, I'm mostly overall happy with TNA and the direction they're going. They finally getting rid of Uso. Ratings constantly increased, and I'm happy with that. Another thing that people don't know about, ratings have went down when The Rock came back. After The Rock came back the first time, ratings dropped on that show when The Rock first came back. Ratings were higher the week before than when The Rock came back. So I don't know, maybe people are waking up and they're actually getting sick of Dwayne Johnson and they want The Rock. But in order for The Rock to be The Rock, I would feel The Rock would have to come back, Dwayne would have to come back full time in order to get his whole persona back as being The Rock, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment today. But anyway, I'm going to cut this one a minute into the gameplay. You're going to have roughly a minute of gameplay left. This is Road to Chairman Prescott Match 26. And I'm Game Fiend Funeral Games, guys. Feel free to ask me any questions on how you feel, how the American wrestling industry is going as a whole. And I'll talk to you guys later, guys. Peace.
Son of a... Enemy contact! Can somebody please explain to me what just happened?